All right, we've got a lot going on here with this battle here because the polls, whether you're looking at a two-person race or a four-person race, they're as tight as a tick, what they call dead even. The read now from Steve Mnuchin, the Trump National Finance Chairman. Steve, you couldn't have, a more heated poll situation going into this than the ones we're looking at. You've heard what a lot of the Clinton folks want to do to your candidate, expose him as a liar and an exaggerator. And if they have their way to complete the trifecta, a thin-skinned guy with a big temper. What do you think?
Well, first of all, we couldn't be more excited about this evening, and I don't think we'll beat the wedding, but it's going to be a huge turnout. And I think most people know what they're getting with Hillary Clinton. It's a campaign of no change, and this is going to be a great opportunity for the American public to see Donald Trump and understand his campaign is about change, it's about national security, and it's about growing the economy.
All right. It's also about growing the kind of money that is drawn to a campaign based on a good performance. We saw Mitt Romney benefit from that 4 years ago after the first debate in which he scored a lot of blows against the president. A lot of people said he won conveniently. He wasn't so lucky in the follow-up debates, but he did raise a lot of money over that. Are you optimistic that a strong performance by Donald Trump tonight will also help the campaign raise some money?
I couldn't be more optimistic about that. You know, we've had a huge online effort already. In just a short period of time, in a few months, we've seen over 2 million people contribute online. I think we're going to have a huge growth in our online effort, and we're beginning to see a lot of people who are sitting on the sidelines calling us and saying they want to support Donald Trump. So with a strong performance tonight, I think it couldn't be going better.
Steve, let me ask you about this push. It's been led, and maybe the mainstream media, a lot of others, to say that the role of the moderator has to change. So Lester Holt, who will be doing the honors this evening, has to fact-check the candidates. Presumably that should apply to both, but they really want to target it after what they call Donald Trump's consistent lies. What do you make of that, and whether a moderator should be in that role?
Look, I think a lot of people attacked Matt Lauer unfairly. I think he did a great job on the Intrepid. I think clearly Donald Trump won the debate on the Intrepid, and I think he's going to win tonight. And it doesn't matter who the moderator is. I think it's going to be pretty clear when the American public sees the candidate of change is Donald Trump.
So, I'm sorry, but my question wasn't clear. Do you think that a moderator should do that? That a moderator should interject, correct the candidate if the candidate is making an obvious exaggeration?
Look, I don't think the candidates are going to make exaggerations, and the moderator's job is to keep the whole session going. It's an opportunity to ask questions and let the candidates answer and let the American public hear the answers, and they'll decide for themselves, and I think they're going to decide on Donald Trump.
When you are in planning sessions or discuss this with Donald Trump, I mean, to a man or woman, they all seem to be saying the same thing for the Trump camp. Stay calm, boss. Don't go nuts. Don't let her get under your skin. It seems to be a prevailing view among Trump loyalists. The trend is your friend right now. You've done this without making personal attacks, without losing your cool. Keep to that. Do you subscribe to that view?
Look, Donald Trump's done an amazing job. He ran through the whole Republican group. He knows how to do debates. He's listening to people because he loves taking advice and loves to listen to people. But Donald Trump knows what to do, and that's what you're going to hear this evening.
But no, you raise a good point, Steve. He ran through that crowd with a fair amount of criticism of that crowd, and it didn't hurt him. He won. So maybe he might figure, who am I to hold back?
Look, I think you're going to hear about the policies of the Trump administration, and you're going to hear Donald Trump, and this is a great opportunity for the American public and the people who are undecided that are going to come on board with Trump. So we couldn't be more excited. It's going to be the all-time great match, and this is the first one of 3, and I think we couldn't be more excited about seeing him. I'm thrilled to be there this evening, and it's going to be a great night.
Do you think that there's more pressure on Donald Trump in the sense that he is a little less known to the American people than Hillary Clinton on public policy?
No way. I think there's much more. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what you obviously disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I think there's much more pressure on Hillary Clinton, and you see this in the polls.
You might be shocked to find out that they think there's more pressure on your candidate.
Well, they can think what they want, but let me tell you, there's nobody better with Donald Trump than pressure, and he's going to be cool as can be.
All right. Is he aware and he's okay with some of these numbers they're talking about, 100 million viewers. I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
I think he's going to be upset if he doesn't beat the wedding. You know, Donald's used to a lot of people watching him, and he's got high hopes.
If he doesn't beat the wedding, I think the other one is 600 million for Neil Armstrong on the moon. Might have a shot at that one. 750 million, like I said, for Charles and Diana.
Well, I think we'll be happy with 250 or 300.
All right, very good. Steve, thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Great. Thanks for seeing you too.